Yeah, wow, immediately a Prime sub. Thanks a lot, first time chatter. Hello, hello.
Oh, don't tell me it's ice.
That would be something.
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know, but
thumbnail looked a little like
I
ice.
see ice sections.
Oh,
How do you make this? I mean, it's not always, it's not 100% the case that when you join, but it's interesting how many of the ice maps you actually want to play.
I don't want to play them.
No, but it seems like you want to because you always join them.
Yeah.
You know what I hate? This is literally the third time in a row that we have an ice cup of the day when GranaDy isn't here. Like, GranaDy is literally skipping every ice cup of the day. So then I'm a bit more focused for the seeding. I want to get Div 1 then when he's not here. Like, I want to get Div 1 always, but I want it a bit more when he's not there. But it's always ice when he's not there. Every single time. Every single time. It's incredible. Hopefully there's more than just ice. Interesting start already.
Yeah.
But in the end it's just full speed, so... Naja. What can I say about this track? My last try wasn't great, otherwise it was a good first try. I mean, I feel like you have to test it shortly at least. Okay, there's a GPS coming up. I mean, I don't think that you can cut the start because you need speed for this transition. But if you get it somehow, Haken, then... It was of course very obvious to immediately try that, or to think about it. CP1 is directly in front. There seems... This is my real PB there, right? It's not a respawn ghost. Yeah, I am behind. But not much. So... Yeah, I mean, the map author thought about that. He timed it in a way that it's not faster. Yes, I will play Bonk.
Are the shadows also super bad for you on the map?
No,
Shadow calculation.
It's like as if I don't have shadows, but I don't see anything weird. I know I have shadows, but I don't see anything weird.
Yeah, like blocks have different colors and stuff. Or like
okay, this
lighting.
is a general issue that I have. Like, I don't even think about it anymore.
Sometimes I even think that there is some dirt coming up or some sand, but it's just a normal road.
This was a clean run. 6th place, nice. Let's see what the GPS is telling me, if it's telling me something. I mean, GPS is a very good time, which tells me that my time, even though it is a good local right now, will not be enough. There's a plugin to fix that issue, Volto writes.
Okay.
Wow, okay. Ah, rip. Needed one more break tip. Ah, these auto slides after the ice slides. When you don't have your car straightened out. Because there's no time to straighten it out completely sometimes.
Yeah.
That's annoying. So much better first ice slide in my other run. The second ice slide wasn't great, I think. Nein, oh man, why did I release? I thought it's fine, but now I know that you can actually slide out if you do it. Then. It's a rather short map. Also it consists basically only of 5 turns or something. Also I don't count the start as a turn here. Basically 5 ice slides, I believe. But the map has in the end a typical length. If we would play this higher or lower AT in game, it's actually getting difficult now. It feels like 45 seconds author time around is a requirement to become track of the day. So many
Yeah,
maps.
it feels shorter than it is. It feels like a 30-second map.
Also the plugin's called Light Map Quality by Bö.
But I don't want to install a plugin for that. It should work out of the box.
That's true. Adeo can be so happy that there's a community and open planet. That's not a good start. Ah, no, it's only for mapper, not for user. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Ah yeah, he wrote it before, and for mapper at least. Okay. Ah, rip. That was a run that could have been enough. It's such a random thing again now on ice. If I get a run in that is fast enough. The thing is, this map is also so damn short. So many people will get something through. I'm not unhappy with my PB, but it's just slightly not fast enough. It will drop out, that's obvious. Because you see, already at the exit of the first ice layer I can gain massive speed. Ach. Yeah, I'm only 8/10 behind first. That's rather close for an ice map. But it's because this map is so easy in comparison with other ice maps. Like anyone can get a run through. Only equal. Yeah, the thing is, my ending turn was really good on my ghost. If I only lead by 500 there, it's not gonna be enough. there's only one try. Amazing. And it starts bad. I need a miracle. Yeah, never ever I gain so much time now. But maybe I get 90 seconds. That would be one positive thing. Oh, now I hit this turn. Now I hit it. Oh, I needed this exact ice slide in my last 3 attempts when I got here. In my last 3 runs, I needed exactly that. Some 90 seconds at least. Some guy snipe me, please.
Ice is still just super random for me.
Oh, 90th time. What was the cutoff? And 89 was the cutoff. Amazing. 89 would have been safe. It's just also so random for me. I had a really good run early on. That 6th local, that came quick. But the thing is, such a run is nice to have early on, and it would be good in a competition with 1 warm-up and 3 live rounds. but in the seeding, it's not enough. Like, it is gonna drop out. That was clear. And I improved it massively, but also that was clear to still drop out. Yeah, I'm 1300s. I had that lead a few times. If I just had this ending of my last try in these other runs, then it would have been enough. But it requires really that you combine all the good parts together, and it's very easy on ice to have an ice slide that costs you 2-3 tenths. I think here I got in this run now a speed slide angle. Change the title. Oh, Hank is me is only in the 4. Okay. For once not joining might have. What is Hank is me doing, man? I really don't get it. Like, why is he never getting Div 1? Never. He's never Div 1 on ice. He's always Div 2 to Div 4. Like, how is he even only Div 4? Like, I can understand when someone's maybe not as good in fast learning. But the thing is, in the knockout he's always there. And as a Div 4 is really like very below his ice standard, you would think, but it happens very often that he ends up there. Also, it's really weird.
Second to last ice slide is my kryptonite. I can't get that one.
Did you ever slide out on that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure if
And
I
also-
ever released, but I felt pretty safe there to never have that issue. Like just fully over rotate.
And then I'm
that's-
often too far inside.
Hmm. And now I come in a lower gear into your drift. So I'm gonna be very cautious and not over rotate. It was the first time that I had that. I mean, in the seating I'm deleting runs where I would lose the gear beforehand, so. Sartel out. Okay. Will you play Bonker? Chris?
Oh, well, maybe if I can get onto the server. I might
Weren't
try.
you whitelisted now?
I don't think so. At least I never got noticed that I'm whitelisted.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Like some OK boys that don't often play it were whitelisted, I think. Like Shorty maybe. Giuliano out. Wow. Also I was already surprised to see Giuliano's name in Div2 on ice, but now I also see him out early on. I mean, the thing is, anyone can get knocked out if you have one slide out in a bad moment. That's the stupid thing of ice. In theory, you shouldn't have a slide out issue on this track, I think. But the thing is, one brake tap a bit too long, and they are random for me, how long I brake tap. A bit too long, suddenly you're to inside, and then you can get into big issues immediately.
There might be ice tracks where you don't slide out if you are a good ice player, but in every single ice track, people who don't know how to drive ice, like me, will always have issues.
Also the
You can go
problem
in as good as
is
you want.
the problem is if you get something that bad that you drop into a lower gear than what the mapper intended. I mean, there is this kind of safe gear where you cannot slide out really, where you can at least over rotate the car, and you can also release, I think. Was it gear 3? I think it was gear 3.
Yeah, but you can't build a map where every skill level will always stay in gear 3. That's just impossible.
There have been ice maps like that. But to be honest, in Cup of the Day we have often faster maps. We have often very wide ice platform maps. But there were also these maps where we were on these ice roads, these item blocks. They don't really exist in the game, but Wouldn't it be cool to build an ice map? An ice slide map, but only in bobsleigh blocks? Like, whenever the bobsleigh line is faster, it's always the ice slide better. Because on some maps, there are some short parts where an ice slide is actually better. It would be actually cool if a whole map with turn combinations would be full bobsleigh, but it's in the end full ice slide. If that's possible to build.
Yeah, now I have the gear issue.
And now you have to try to not over-rotate.
Yeah, I did that and then I went way too far outside. And missed the road.
Did you survive the round?
No, of course not.
T-ramp with a .51 in Div 2. Ah. Hello, El Justo. Oh, okay, saved myself. And T-ramp is out. Which was a .5. First to out, classic. He writes it himself. Oh man, that was actually a very close round for me because I had a bad first ice slide. and then I was stuck in red, and I needed really good ice slides in the end. Got them, actually. The very last one was not that great, but two before were good. Yaron89 with a sub, thank you lots. Why didn't this ice cup of the day come like 2-3 days earlier when I was on holidays? I would have had no issue in missing this.
I would have also liked that.
Oh, Hagen. I beat you. What happened? Oh, I'm third with that. Okay. That was a weak round pace-wise. Okay, I was only less than 2/10 slower than last round, and instead of third, I'm ninth. Yes. We get the trophies. Oh, that happened a lot in the end. I went up to fourth. With a much worse time than last round. The rounds are so different. I drove much slower than last round and I have a much better position. So that means the next one's gonna be good again, but now it's only 1 KO. God, I need someone to have a bad round, because that start was horrible. Oh, nice. Yep. That was required. And yeah, as expected, it was a good round otherwise, because there was one 46-6, and all the others were pretty fast. Winning time was especially good. Yeah. Interesting, I over-rotated and then car went into a really nice line automatically. Puh, also with winning Div2 it's gonna be like depending on other drivers, seems like. Even though the time of the second or third place is often reachable if I go close to my PB. But I'm of course not doing that, so like me. But there are also several people that drive Div1 times or can drive them. They also don't do it regular. It's like completely random who will win this, but they have more potential with their times.
I also just drove a 0.6 offline, but I just don't know how.
I have the feeling Jan van Spijk is also just, also Javas is also just surviving somehow. He didn't have the greatest times either, also similar to me. Unless I missed something, but the last rounds it looked like he is also trailing behind a bit. Oh, that is so good that I had such a run now. Wow, I drove PB in the top 4 round. And my first 45. And it was so necessary to do this right now. I had such a crazy start. Oh my god. Crazy. And another good round. Another good start. Final.
Good luck.
Why did I release? Wait, I think he also got it bad there. Oh my god, that was such an easy win. I have beaten this time that he drove in literally every round in the whole knockout. Oh, this is this typical ice thing. I knew that if I release, I will have, and it works, I will have a better exit because I was too overturned. And when I save, then I release very late, and I keep this overturned, and I save by releasing super late at the exit. But now, of course, I had to catch up to him, so I tried to release a little bit earlier. And that gave me the slide out, and I immediately knew when I saw the next checkpoint split that he also had it bad. It was completely obvious. Only 1.3 behind, he must have also had it bad there. So he sucked also at the ending. Ah, damn it. It was actually easy. But there were so many bad things now in this run. Was already the first ice slide here. Where I didn't have the great exit. Like, it was this scenario where if I do one more break tap, it's bad, and if I don't do any break tap anymore, it's also bad. Like, I just didn't have the line. So it was just a slow start. But he was not far in front, so he also had a bad start. He was only 2/10 away. I had this slide really good, but he as well. Yeah. We basically had the things similar, just that at every part he was having then it a bit better. Well, look at this. Even Div 1 is very far away from each other here, at least in this top 3 round. Is this now finally the first win for Nalax? Is the big question. The right here, Icarus is just dominating. So probably he will fail now and Nalax wins finally. Also Nalax was coming quite far in several Cup of the Days, also was in some finals already. He's often doing good on ice, especially. Like, he's consistent on it and gets far with that. But he was not lucky yet to win one, and the last final between him and Ender on a map with an ice slide but not full ice was extremely close. It was a really good final, one of the best that we had this year so far. The Icarus is going super wide. I mean, if he has the good line for the exit, he has mega speed now. If he doesn't slide out, he will take it, and Alex is another time second. Yep, looks to be the case. 45-1 is of course difficult. Nalax doesn't have that as PB. Yes, there's Bonk Up. There is a Bonk Up. I will play.